Greetings everyone, my name is Sign. So, Overwatch. Blizzard's insanely successful multiplayer hero shooter that has garnered a massive fan base and a frankly insane amount of porn. But even if you played the game for hundreds of hours, I'm willing to bet there are a few things you don't know about it. So, let's play a game. If you guys learn one new thing while watching this video, I would just give it a like. But if you already knew all 10 facts before watching, I want you to give it a dislike, guilt-free. Because if you knew everything, that means I didn't do my job properly. And of course, this video will be spoiling none of the game because there is no story to spoil. And so without any further ado, here are 10 things you didn't know about Overwatch. So on Route 66, inside the diner spawn room, there is an absolute plethora of references and Easter eggs. First we have this poster for Diablo hot sauce on the wall. Then there's a comic book on the table called Craft of the Stars, showing off Kerrigan, Raynor, and Zeratul, alongside a mothership getting killed by some battlecruisers. And on the soda fountain, you can see the Zerg symbol is the label for one of the drinks, as well as a Dr. Boom soda. And finally, what might be my favorite Easter egg in the entire game, did you notice there's no pepper in this diner? Only salt, salt, and more salt. God, I love Blizzard sometimes. One of my absolute favorite little touches in games is when I'm able to see a level in the background of a different level. Like being able to see Pina Park in Delfina Plaza in Mario Sunshine, or fuck, just about everything in Dark Souls. And wow, I couldn't have picked two more polar opposite games to use as examples. And similarly, did you know that you can actually see the second Ilos map from the first one? It takes a Pharah and just about all your jetpack fuel to get a good look at it, but it's definitely there. You can even see the Pelican spawn rooms on opposite sides of the map. However, because of both the cliff face blocking it and the invisible wall just a few feet from the ledge, you don't seem to be able to see the second map from the first one. So on the Hollywood map in the attacker's spawn room, there are a bunch of different movie posters of spoof films with a lot of different in-jokes on them. The most obvious one is the Hero of My Storm poster, referencing Heroes of the Storm. But there's also a reference to the classic film Some Like It Hot, named Some Like It Bot. But my personal favorite reference is on the They Came From Beyond the Moon poster. If I could direct your attention to the lower right-hand corner, you'll notice it says the film will be in Kilrog Vision 3D. Which, if you don't know anything about WoW, is reference to Kilrog Deadeye, who, like his name implies, only has one eye. Which, of course, means the 3D wouldn't work for him, because you need depth perception. But just below that, you can see it says the movie will be released on Fall 10th, and that is reference to a joke the YouTuber Star made in his alpha impressions of the game.
Oh yeah, you want some more bad news? The closed beta isn't until fall. They didn't give us a date. It wasn't like fall 10th. It was nothing like that. That doesn't exist.
You know, I don't think I've ever seen a Blizzard game reference a joke a YouTuber had made before, so that is insanely cool to me. Judging by the fact you're watching this video, I would assume most of you guys play games enough and are immersed enough in the gaming scene to know about the Konami code. But I also don't want to leave anyone out, so please bear with me while I try to explain it. So, for those of you that don't know, the Konami code was a cheat first used in the game Gradius for the NES, but only really became popular in America when it was used in Contra. The code, up, up, down, down, left, right, BA, would activate almost all power-ups instantly in Gradius, and using it in Contra would give you 30 free lives. And since then, the code has been adopted by all manner of different games and online stuff, usually to unlock something or reveal an Easter egg. And here it's the second option that applies to Overwatch, because did you know that if you go to the official Overwatch website and enter the Konami code, a bunch of Hanzos will start to rain from the sky? So, unless you happen to be blind or just particularly unobservant, you'll almost certainly have come across this nice little Hearthstone Easter egg in Overwatch, right? And I like this one a lot, mostly because it's a fantastic callback to that hilarious moment in the cinematic trailer. But like I said, that's obvious, and I'm sure the vast majority of you guys already know about it. But it's not the only Hearthstone reference to be found. For example, did you know that you can find index playing cards at various points of different maps? And if you look on the back of them, you can see they've been branded with the Hearthstone logo. Did you know that in the Overwatch beta on the Route 66 map, a flyer of Symmetra could be found just outside the outhouse, implying someone inside was jerking off to her? However, this was later removed from the map entirely, possibly so Overwatch could keep its T for teen rating. And personally, as an advocate for awesome little stuff like this, I think it sucks the joke was removed, but I guess I can understand why. Now I admit, of all the games Blizzard makes, Diablo is the one I care the least about, to the point I've never even actually bothered playing it. I'm sure it's wonderful if you like that kind of thing, but I can never get into hack-and-slash dungeon crawlers. And besides, StarCraft, Overwatch, and Hearthstone already steal enough of my free time as it is. But despite my disinterest in the game franchise itself, there's a fantastic little Diablo Easter egg on Route 66 that's pretty interesting to me. In the diner, there's a check signed by Deckard Cain hanging on the wall, where he comments that the food he ate there was delicious. Also, the date on the check is the date Diablo 3 released on PC. But what's even cooler than all of that is the barcode at the bottom of the check, and when you scan it, it reveals the message, Cain lives. Again, not a Diablo guy myself, but hopefully it's a pretty cool Easter egg for those of you that are. Did you know that if you create a private match in Overwatch and fill it with a bunch of AIs all set to play Soldier 76, the game will actually rename them to Soldier 77, Soldier 78, Soldier 79, and so on. Although it should be noted, that trick only works with the AI, so if you want to check it out, you have to make a custom game. But regardless, I love little shit like that, so hats off to you, Blizz. So this one is interesting. On the map King's Row, there seems to be something wrong with some of the windows, by which I mean, they don't seem to exist properly. Look, you can clearly see inside the building from here, right? But when we circle around... Nope, it's a normal wall, no windows to be found. And the same thing is true of the bar across the street. You can see through the windows into the building, except you can't. And it's so weird, too. I mean, with the insane amount of effort Blizzard puts into every slightest thing in these maps, I want to know how they managed to miss something so seemingly obvious. So once again, a reminder. The number one spot isn't always the most obscure trivia bit, but rather the one I think is the coolest. Okay, so with that in mind, I'm going to assume you guys have all seen the Overwatch animated shorts, right? At time of speaking, there's only 4 out, namely Recall, Alive, Dragons, and Hero, and they're all incredible. But did you know that the maps where those shorts took place were all changed to match continuity very shortly prior to the release of those shorts? For example, just before the release of Recall, Watchpoint Gibraltar was changed to have a giant crack in the glass viewing area in the spawn room, to mirror the one Winston made in the Alive short when he tossed the soldier through it. And then on King's Row, after the Alive short premiered, a memorial for the Omnic that Widowmaker shot was added. And finally, my favorite, on Hanamura, you can actually see the throwing stars and arrows that missed embedded in the floors and walls of the map. Overall, Blizzard has displayed an impressive commitment to putting an incredible amount of attention to detail just about everywhere in their game, and hopefully I've helped to shed some light on all their hard work for you. Hey everyone, remember to leave a like if you learned something new, and of course, dislike if you already knew everything before watching, because if you did, that means I didn't do my job properly. And by the way, I would appreciate if you guys stuck around for a quick second to hear about my sponsor, Geek Fuel. So, what is Geek Fuel? Well, Geek Fuel is a monthly box service that gives you things you can actually use, like coffee mugs, magazines, hats, t-shirts, and Steam games. For example, check out all the cool stuff that came in only 3 boxes. And the best part? If you sign up using my special link, you get an extra $30 bonus box to their first order that's totally on me. So really, there's no reason not to try it. So go check out geekfuel.com/sci, link down below. Also, I hate the cash shop in Overwatch. And if you want to find out why, I have a whole separate video about it, the Overwatch Cash Shop Critique, so go check that out. And finally, if you guys want to support me and what I do here on this channel, then maybe consider going over to patreon.com/sci and helping me out. Anyways guys, that is it. I just want to say thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Later. Special thanks to my lovely Patreon patrons, Matt Flowers, Isaiah Christo, and Aaron Graff, for helping support my endeavors. Oh, and while I was shilling earlier, I forgot to mention that I've got a vlog channel now. So if you want to waste some time, then look no further. Link below.